Gene Silva calls out Diego Lopez's identity. Gene Silva isn't just hyping a fight, he's cutting deep. Ahead of their UFC showdown in Mexico, Silva said Diego Lopes refuses to even make eye contact. Speaking to MMA Fighting, Silva said, "Diego hasn't been able to look at my face. He hasn't looked at me in the eye, ever. You know what? Regardless of the rivalry or what's been said at the fight, every athlete there is going to be representing Mexico and the independence of Mexico. I mean, even more so than me beating him up. They're going to watch MMA at the highest level on a great night. And also, they're going to see someone who boxes like Canelo beating up on a fighter that doesn't know whether he's Mexican or Brazilian." Leon Edwards targets Ian Garry after 2 crushing defeats. After losing his welterweight belt to Bilal Muhammad and then getting submitted by Sean Brady, Leon Edwards is looking for a comeback. And he's got a name in mind, Ian Garry. Speaking to Sky Sports, that would be a good fight with Ian Garry. Definitely that's a fight I've mentioned to the UFC. I feel that'd be a great fight to get back in there. Hopefully we can get that one done this year. Robert Whittaker lays out his final UFC plan. Robert Whittaker isn't sugarcoating it. His UFC career is winding down. He told Main Event TV that he's got 4 fights left and he wants to make them count. 4 fights. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I see... Yeah, 4. I want 4 more. 4 fights get me to that title shot. Gets me to a position to finish on top, to have that fairy tale ending. I'm working towards it. Cormier says Jon Jones didn't retire, he quit. Daniel Cormier isn't buying the retirement narrative. On the Pound for Pound podcast, DC bluntly said Jon Jones didn't retire, he quit.
Quit. John quit. Is that right? Call it what it is. John quit.
How do you say that? The word choice? Why is that the word choice?
Bro, I said this on my YouTube channel.
John retired.
When Jon Jones and I were fighting, he says, "I will see in the octagon a 38-year-old man while I'm just entering into my prime." Those words are now the exact same words that can be spoken to him on the other side. When the words were related to him, he said, "I'm out. I'm not doing it." That's why I said he quit.
He also knows his body, so is it a smart move?
He could have said that a long time ago, because you know why he didn't?
Those decisions are hard.
But you want to know why he didn't? He's trying to convince himself that he still could put in the work necessary to go beat this dude. Jon Jones and Stipe fought when there was an interim champion. He fights a dude that hasn't fought for 3 years. If you'd have walked away, we said, what an ending for your last fight. But instead, he waited. And that's where the mistake was. If I was Jon Jones, as scary as this was to fight Tom Aspinall, I would have fought him already. Since the fight will never happen, gun to my head, I would have said Jon Jones will beat him right now. I would have said, he'll probably beat him right now. Because guess why? Tom has never been pushed into those championship rounds. But if Tom gets to those once he gets to those championship rounds, even now, say Cyril Gane pushes him 25 minutes. And if he beats Cyril Gane, but he learns to go 25 minutes where that first time you feel that, I gotta get up off that stool after the 3rd round. Yo, Tom hasn't gotten off the stool for a 3rd round. You needed to fight Tom now when he doesn't have that experience, especially as Jon Jones.
Moicano, embarrassed by his cardio, blames himself. Renato Moicano was brutally honest after his loss to Beneil Dariush. On his podcast, he joked that his cardio looked like he'd smoked a full pack of cigarettes before the fight.
I was way quicker than him, you know. I have the speed advantage, but at the same time, bro, that I fucking smoking cigarettes the whole camp, bro. No, I didn't, but was looking like I did. But I was so tired, I cannot believe myself. I guess when you turn 36, you just be like Gilbert, brother. Guys, out. Tell me your experience with that, because I know you have that happened to you before, bro.
It happened, bro. It sucks. But hey, why you smoking cigarette, bro? Hey, Carlos Pratt is looking with better cardio, bro.
Better cardio.
Disrespect.
Brother, to compare me at Carlos Pratt is so much disrespect. But now with me, to him. Because mother went 5 rounds. Five fucking rounds. For me now, brother, I am a fucking athlete, bro. I sleep very well. I do all the shit and I get tired. Imagine being a motherfucker that smokes, bro. You know how hard it is?
Yeah.
I don't know.
So shout out to Carlos Pratt.
Shout out to Carlos Pratt.
His cardio got better throughout that fight. Like round 5, he almost finished Ian Garry.
Yes, exactly.
You think so?
Yeah. Can I explain myself?
Please.
Yes, please.
Yeah, because I got tired to a point that I was not getting any tired. Can you understand?
You hit a wall, basically.
I hit a wall, yeah. So
it wouldn't have got worse,
no,
essentially.
it would not get worse.
Arman Tsarukyan says Islam would TKO Ilia Tapuria. Arman didn't hold back when asked about Ilia Tapuria versus Islam Makhachev. He flat out said Islam would win by TKO, not decision, not submission, TKO.
What would have happened if Ilia fought Islam this weekend?
Islam Makhachev
He would have beaten him?
by TKO.
Oh, wow. Really?
I mean, that's a different level of fighters.
You think so? Wow.
You can't compare Ilia versus Islam.
Really? I have Ilia #1 pound for pound now.
Yes, because Islam not champion anymore right now.
Right.
But when he get the second title, he's gonna be pound for pound #1.
So you think he beats Jack?
He beats Jack.
Yeah.
Became a pound for pound #1. I'll be pound for pound #2, champion lightweight division, and then
Wow.
beat Islam and became a pound for pound #1.
Wow. Wow. I love it. You have it all mapped.
Paddy Pimblett clowns Ilia threatens double fight night. Paddy Pimblett is still trolling Ilia Tapuria, this time calling him a carbon copy of Conor McGregor.
No, he's trying to be Conor McGregor, isn't he? Know what I mean? He's got the same tattoos. He's got the... He even said the other day, I'm going to put my balls on your forehead to me, which is sort of what McGregor said to Chad Mendes.
Yeah.
Like, he's just a carbon copy of McGregor. And I think if some people can't see through that, even though you see some people now saying he's better than McGregor, but he's not. In the prime at the same time, McGregor would have knocked him out with a straight left.
But Ilia didn't blink. Ilia said, if it was up to me, next Saturday we'd have UFC Spain against Islam in the first round and against Paddy in the second. Trump says UFC fight at the White House. Conor volunteers. And then came the wild card.
We're going to have special events in honor of America 250, and I even think we're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have. Does anybody watch UFC? The Great Dana White. We're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. We're going to build a little. We're not. Dana's going to do it. Dana's great, one of a kind. We're going to have a UFC fight, championship fight, full fight, like 20, 25,000 people. And we're going to do that as part of 250 also. We're going to have some incredible events. The UFC fight's going to be a big deal. We're going to have special events.
Dana White reposted the announcement, calling it epic. But it didn't stop there. Conor McGregor offered to fight, posting private DMs with Dana confirming it. If this actually happens, it won't just be a UFC event. It'll be a cultural moment. And you better believe the entire fight world will be watching.